time again. Here we go again. Messi! Mo Salah! Unbelievable!
It's 3-0, it's game over.
The cross back in, it's a great ball, back pass! Oh, Western Sydney!
Hello and welcome back to United by Football. I'm Abs.
And I'm Thomas. I walked in today, Abs, and I'm going, my co-host is wearing a hat. This is very rare, Abs. Would it surely happen to do with any events that happened on the weekend? Will I be correct in saying,
I've
Abs?
been wearing hats long before I've known you.
Can I ask, Abs, rocked up today with a hat, purpose behind that? Are we covering maybe some sort of mark that was left on you by a shoulder, Abs, or a chest?
Fashion.
Abs, take us through that Sports Shed TV charity match, because I attended for a different reason. It looks like you attended the grass more than the field. But anyway, talk to me, Abs. What happened?
Some of us played, mate.
Some of us chose to play, Salam.
Some of us chose to play. Some of us weren't cats and ran away from the challenge.
I would die in that game, Salam. But Abs, I'll be honest, just a massive shout out and thank you to Sports Shed TV. Lovely event, all for charity for the Goanna Academy and for Mark Hughes Foundation. Just tops. But Abs, take me to that moment where I unfortunately left for my great club.
Yes.
Yes. I get a call from Sui. 2 months later, I get a call from Joe. 2 months later, I get a call from my mother saying, if you ever do that, you will never play again for me. But Abdul, what happened? What happened?
Nah, man, it was a good day.
It's great.
Thanks to Josh, Adrian, and Norman for putting all this together again. Look forward to next year's one. I can't lie. Yes, it was a big game. Big game on Sunday. Had a few good runs.
It's the head though, guys. Sorry.
It is. I'm a bit concussed. We'll get to that point, but it was a big day. Had a few good runs. Put Hectic Fred on his ass once or twice. Owen tried to tackle me, bounced him off. Mr. Brad Takarangi, ex-Eels, ex-Dragons, ex-Manly, I believe. Second rower, 5'8", centre, you name it, wing, fullback. He's played everywhere.
Been everywhere.
Yeah, 6'5". He's a big guy. He was looking for me the whole game. And as you've seen on our Instagram, he went with the shoulder every single time, didn't try to wrap it around. And he finally got me off kickoff. Thank you, Mitchell Pearce, for the lovely floating ball up in the air.
What's a hospital pass? Just
So, for example, if you're on the wing,
okay,
and I'm playing two people inside of you, and I give you a ball, for example, that's above your head.
Yeah, just like that.
Yeah, and if you, let's just say you've caught it up like that, and the winger in front of you's just got like everywhere. I've basically put you in a situation where you're just about to be sent to hospital.
Okay.
That's the whole point of it. Okay. Or like you've dropped it, or it's an emergent, like it's just...
Yeah, whatever, yeah.
It's like, it's giving
so
you...
So you're running at him. At any point in your mind, do you think you're going to get past him? Genuinely serious.
No, but you got to understand, it's a rugby league mentality, mate. When you play in rugby league, there's no,
care for safety.
Bleep this out. You take the
bleep
ball.
That out.
You take the ball, you run at them, and you go. No matter who's in front of you, whether he's bigger than you or smaller than you, it's about what's in here, mate. And I was the only person that actually ran it straight at Brad.
I'm proud of you. How did that end, though, Abs?
With me on the floor.
7 people around you.
Yeah, he got me in the head. He got me flush on the chin. I was out for a couple of seconds. I never thought I'd see the day Mitchell Pearce was above me, looking at me in concern.
His crotch was above you, Salam.
That's okay, mate. It's normal, mate. There's in rugby league, there's nothing weird about that. It's we're all in this together, and for the safety of
Salam's head.
For the safety of my head, we had to shelter it or something. But look, it was good, man. It was a surreal moment. I got up, I was fine. I've had a headache the last couple of days. I've slept a bit more today than I did yesterday, which is good.
If you don't sleep for the rest of your life. But
I can't lie, that first night, I'm like, what if I sleep and I don't wake up?
I've heard of that. If you get concussed, you go, oh, fuck, you shouldn't sleep that night.
First day was kind of, I'm tired. Second day was headaches. Third day is just, I've needed to sleep.
Back to work tomorrow?
Yes, actually, tonight I've got to write a few articles tonight and
Good.
then send them back. Apologies. I think I sent one of the articles. I was meant to send it last night, but I just crashed out of sleep and sent it this morning.
Thank you, Brad.
But all in all, it was a positive day. We almost won. Marquis Foundation, this is their third win in a row. In terms of the rest of our team, think Falk. You guys know Falk was playing. Joe K was on the other team. Joe K scored.
Good player.
Scored a very good, mate.
Not bad.
You don't, pardon my French, you don't fuck with the boys from Bush, mate. Like, they're built different. They're actually built different. Stav was playing.
I like Nick.
He had one run, bro. He had one run.
Start for first half, wasn't it?
I think he had 5 or 6, which is pretty good.
And it's a captain's performance from the big man.
He was a
One
really
run.
captain. Gave a good speech at the end.
Was it? Good speed.
My favorite moment from the game, bud, after Brad had put that hit on me. You know, look, half my fault, I'd say, because I lent into it. But at the same time, in the NRL, any contact with the shoulder to the head is an automatic 10 in the bin. Nelson Asafa Solomona, I don't know if you'll know who that is.
No, brother.
Copped 5 weeks for the exact same hit.
So, question, Salam, is this going to a judiciary or a tribunal? Salam?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Is that in the process?
It's in the process. Okay. We're setting up the tribunal. Mr. Brad Takarangi has been sent a letter of, what are they called?
Adjournment.
Letter
Letter of summons.
Letter of summons has been summoned to the judiciary, and we'll be setting it up in the next week or so. We'll be having a judge, a tribunal.
Do you need any members from the UBF?
There will be witnesses, yes.
Okay. Here to give their accounts? Yeah.
No, not yet. They want to be known as anonymous until the day.
So, a jury, Salam?
No, actual witnesses.
Actual witnesses.
Actual
Okay.
witnesses. So we're going to have that set up. But I will say this, though. I think I miss playing league, man. I love football. I love AKA, some people not, soccer.
Yuck. The World Cup next year, mate. Just relax.
But, you know, it's kind of...
UBF just has a better ring to it than UBS.
Imagine that, the UBF World Cup 2026. The scenes. But yeah, look, rugby league's a whole different game, bro. Like,
That's
there's a
all
lot of
different,
us soccer creators or football creators.
Thank you.
In the charity match, and you know, even Adrian himself plays NPL.
Yeah.
Part of Sports Shed. But it's good to see everyone getting in there. You know, half of us haven't played for 10 years. Some of us haven't played our whole life.
I could never play in that sport. There's my camera.
You would get like...
I would die.
You would die.
I would die.
Like, you would actually die.
Imagine if Brad hit me. Spine's gone.
You wouldn't be
brother.
here today.
Yeah, no,
we'd be live streaming your funeral right now.
Correct.
But look,
Funny Tom.
all in all, imagine the scenes, mate.
Do you reckon Gačić would show up?
Dobro. Kako si?
We are red, white, and blue. Hear about that.
Everyone's having a raki on the name of Thomas, mate. Nah, but all in all, my brother, and it was good. Thank you to everyone that messaged as well. There was a lot of people that reached out and made sure that I was okay. I think it's hit about 1 million views across the board. It's crazy.
Now, Salam, if you get asked tomorrow, did you do it for the views? Did you lean in for the views, Salam?
No. That's how I take my runs. But Brad was looking for it all game, bro. He was looking for it. It was bound to happen. It was bound to happen.
There's definitely a case for it, Salam, but I think we'll leave it on this. We'll see what the judiciary says.
In the words of Todd Carney, mate, pick on someone your own size.
Did he say that?
Nah.
Is
He
it
said
Todd-
it to Brad.
Isn't?
Yeah, look, it's an ex-NRL player at the end of the day, bro. Look, not many people can say that
They're
they
being
ran it
concussed.
straight, full pelt at an NRL player and took the hit and got up, and you know we laughed it off at the end. But
You got a follow out of it, Salam?
oh, we did. Brad felt bad, so he followed back. And look, there's a few things coming out of that game. A few different people that we got to meet, and
Absolutely.
you know we've connected with, and you know there might be some things on the works as well. So
Some cross-code collaborations.
yes.
Sounds nice.
But you know what? Let's get into the football.
Yes.
The A League over the weekend.
Can we get into the digital side first, Salam?
Sure.
Salam, still outside the top 3, baby, in FPL. What's happened here?
I think I'm an 8th at the moment.
You made a claim, Salam. You made a big claim at the start of the season. 1, Arsenal was going to win the league.
Yeah.
That looks far away. 2, Salam was making top 3.
Yeah.
Still believe in yourself, brother?
Yeah. I've got 3 players still to play.
3
This,
tokens.
this current game week.
So Popovic is first, still Salam, Christian.
Yeah.
Gačić, the boy. And then Ben Becerra in 3,
Mate.
Salam. Marco Burisic hot in their tails.
King Tom himself, man.
And obviously, thank you to Lightweight Athletic Club. Please use code UBF15 for 50% off your first purchase, Salam.
You reckon if Popo wins, you'll ask for a MacArthur jersey?
That's where we ring Anthony from lightweight. And we'll I think he's got enough of those.
Do you remember the first prize wins a jersey as well?
Yes.
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 Yeah.
Whose budget's coming that out of?
Um,
Producer. Good answer.
Anyway, onto the lightweight athletic club player of the week. I've got one player only.
Brad Takawangi.
No.
It's her Brad.
So you in court there, Brad. Mr. Lockie Rose.
Yeah, I'll agree with you.
Lightweight athletic club player of the week this week is Lockie Rose. Him and them, yep. Give him a clap, round of applause. And that isn't for his football performance. That clap was for the beautiful blonde locks.
I had a contender
Yeah.
who I'm going to bring up a discussion point, and I just want to see, is this maybe one of the best January signings in the A-League history? Koto. Minamazura.
Yeah.
I've definitely butchered that, my Japanese brother.
I think like 3 assists or 4 assists in his first
4 games, 3 assists, Salam. 210 minutes.
Yeah. That's crazy, man.
And 2 of them beat to Rose.
Yeah.
Rose and Koto.
You know what's crazy? It's like they've had a whole flip in their season where it's like the first half was Adams and Gibson, and now we've just gone to Koto and Lockie Rose. Like, it's just weird. Like, I think Adams is injured at the moment.
Yeah, so let's might as well go to the game, Salam, because we had that win against Victory, surprising 3-0. 3 goals coming in 16 minutes towards the end of the game.
Yeah.
We've had the win against Adelaide, who were previous league leaders.
Yeah.
You reckon they can turn it around and make top 6?
Newcastle?
They're only 7 points behind, Salam.
Yeah, but you got to look at who's above them. Like that's the
Wanderers,
question.
that's easy. Yeah. That's beatable. MacArthur's beatable. Now, since they've lost 3 of their big players, NFC's beatable, Salam.
Here you go. So, yes, they are 7 points behind. You've got MacArthur, Wanderers,
FC.
Central Coast, Wellington. You're a point behind Wellington, 3 behind Mariners, and then 7 behind the 3 Sydney teams.
It's doable. Next week they got Brisbane.
It's not doable. But
They win, they're 4 points behind.
This is the only problem. Wanderers and MacArthur, I don't believe they play each other one more time, I believe, towards the end of the season. Sydney and Wanderers don't play each other anymore.
Sydney and MacArthur play each other one more time.
Sydney and MacArthur play each other one more time. I believe Central Coast still have to play the Wanderers this week.
Yes.
And then you've got to play them again one more time.
If they draw, it's the best case scenario. For Newcastle.
The way I look at it is that you've got to catch up these teams when they play each other. And I think it's a little too late. It's a little bit too late. I just believe that, a purple patch of form is a purple patch of form. But to put together consistency, I'm talking you need to go 5-6 wins in a row.
Yeah, I agree.
To be able to, let's go, okay, we're in the top 6, now
So
can we stay here?
So out of the 13, where do they finish? Just outside, you reckon? Or you reckon they'll stay around that 9th, 10th?
I think they'll finish above Wellington.
Yeah?
I think they'll finish above the Mariners.
Ooh.
I don't know if they'll finish above the Sydney teams.
So around our 8th? Just 8th, 7th?
9th.
Okay.
Which will be a positive. And I think Stanton will be happy with that.
Yeah. Because don't forget, those teams, the Mariners, the Jets, are in and around the areas, the Hunter region, some will call it Salam.
Yeah.
They've got their own constraints. They've got their own constrictions, which you have to be, let's be honest here. Well, what the Mariners have done the last 2 years is nothing short of extraordinary. All the credit to them.
Correct.
But it's just not sustainable with their resources, with their funds. It's just not sustainable, Salam.
No, and people don't realise that they're losing, I think, $2 million a season.
Yeah.
Irregardless, they won their 3 trophies last year. They won that treble.
Sorry to interrupt. Only league in the world where you lose money if you win. That's
just how it is here.
Correct.
And until they fix the football pyramid, and shout out to Joe K for dropping that video today. Until that pyramid's fixed, we're not going to be able to have a sustainable system where teams can thrive. Now, teams like Sydney have thrived because they have owners that are able to just pump money into the point where it's like, here you go. You're never at a loss. You're never at a point where, let's just say, you could turn around like a Mariners, have all these successes and still be at a loss. Sydney win a treble tomorrow. They're probably as profitable as they've been the rest of their life. But I think when it comes to teams like Newcastle, when it comes to teams like the Mariners, I'm surprised. Newcastle, I get it because they're in a rugby league area. Despite having a big catchment, that is very much a rugby league town.
Yeah.
And it's very hard to kind of pull in plays. And if you look at a lot of their team, they're actually not from Newcastle.
No.
Ben Gibson's from Sydney. Eli's from Queensland. Lockie Rose, I believe, might be a Newcastle boy.
Maybe.
Let me check that. Lockie Rose.
But I get your point. A lot of them doesn't come through their academy.
No, he's a Sydney boy as well, sorry.
Grimaldi the same.
Grimaldi.
Not-
That's just
not
they're all
Newcastle.
Sydney boys, bro. They're not, homegrown. You look at Sydney FC, they're gonna have 3, 4, 5 players that are
Yeah.
homegrown. You look at the Wanderers.
Arguably, they got one of the best academies.
Right. Even MacArthur. I'm sorry, but even MacArthur becoming very much a homegrown kind of team. It's just hard for Newcastle to grab that. But onto the football. I really want to get onto the football. They are playing a brand of football at the moment that is actually exciting.
So, okay, we've got the recent form. They're a weird team. So they've beat 2 of the top 4 contenders, arguably 2 of the favourites to take it out if Auckland slip up. Where to from now, Salam? So you say they don't finish outside the 8. What's the best case scenario for them?
Build that kind of, base for next season. You're Rob Stanton. You're going to want to look through this team, get your best 11, get rid of the players that okay, he might not really bring us much. He might not bring us much. Bring in the players you need. Look at what you're missing. And I think that's where he's going to build off. Whereas, it's tough. It's similar to the Wanderers women at the moment. There's a lot of positive. 2 wins in a row. At the moment, there is, though. They've brought the players they need. Like, for example, Lockie Rose was injured at the start of the season. Yeah. He's come back into the team. They've brought in Toko. It's helped the team. It's helped push them. For example, on that side, Caspers and Macca have come back. And it's helped push the team in terms of a positive run of form. Miracles happen. They might make the top 6.
Wanderers or Newcastle?
Newcastle.
Wanderers, no chance.
Wanderers, like I said, miracles could happen, Tom. But at the same time, let's be realistic. I think you just build the base. I think Rob Stanton's an experienced enough coach to know what to do with this squad, to help nurture them, to help develop their game, and be a nuisance to the teams above them. That's really all you got to be.
So Kotha's got to stay for next year.
Yeah.
Shrewd signing, Salam, I'll be honest with you. Like we said at the start, 4 games, 3 assists already, yet to get on the score sheet.
Yeah.
However, you can tell the impact. It's just that little touch of class. The question I want to pose to you, Salam, in terms of Japanese signings across the league, we've had Kinkazu for FC. We've had Ono for the Wanderers. Both of them only had short tenures.
Yeah.
If Kotha signs at 3-4 years, could he be the best Japanese import if he keeps this form up?
Possibly. But it's just keeping him around for that long. And that's kind of that's
a challenge.
That's the challenge. Like, even with Ono, I don't believe Ono stayed for that long either. 2 years. I want to talk about the other side, but Adelaide.
Bro, 4 from 12. 4 points out of a possible 12. Yeah. What's going on, Roxanne?
Again, I think sustainability. That's all it is, bro. Like, they'll play in such a brand of football that was so compelling to watch.
Do you reckon teams have found him out?
No, I just think they're tired. It's you can't carry that form on for a while, and I think considering the part of the season that we're in, this is the perfect time to have a patch like this. Because if you were to have this form towards the last 4 or 5 rounds of the season, you're going to walk into the finals.
You're shaky.
You're shaky. Yeah. In any sport, and I know, we try not to compare sports, but I've seen it enough in the NFL and the NRL as well, where, the team that's first for the whole season will have
drops it.
That fourth. If you were to split the season into fifths,
fourth quarter,
that third and fourth, fifth,
that
you know what I'm talking about, like that kind of.
That's what champions are made of.
Yeah, that's where if you get to the end of the season, you finish first, you've lost 1 or 2 games, the pressure's on you there. Lose 3 or 4 games or whatever it is in that period, it's not going to affect you too much because you'll pick up your form, you'll walk into the finals in the best form of your season. Now, in terms of the players there, they've got a few. You've got Archie Goodwin, you've got Dylan Perez. I think right now they Zach Clough, I think
Jovanovic is a big loss when he went to the Joeys.
They just need a big win. I think they need to kind of have that win where it gives them back their confidence. That's 4 points in 12.
You still think they make top 4? Back up to
without a doubt, bro. Yeah.
Without a doubt. Okay.
Like right now, they're sitting 5 points behind second.
Second.
5 points behind Auckland and they're 3 points ahead of Melbourne Victory with a game in hand.
Yeah.
Scoring goals isn't their problem. I believe they're the best.
Yeah. One of the best.
Actually,
it's the other way around.
Oh shit! The Western Sydney Wanderers are the best goal scoring team in the league.
Wow. And we're 8th.
Wow.
We're 8th, brother.
I know, that's crazy.
That's just 8th or 7th. I don't really care, to be honest.
You've got okay, that's interesting. But in terms of goal scoring, they don't have a problem. I think in the last 5 they've won 2, drawn 1, lost 2. Adelaide. If they continue that form, I think obviously they're not going to make the top 4. They might. So even that, bro. Like, sorry, I'm not looking at. I'm looking at the ladder.
It's a tight league.
You've got a game in hand on Western United, Sydney FC, and Melbourne Victory. You're 6 points ahead of Sydney FC. 5 points ahead of Western United. Yeah, they finished top 4. Easy.
Onto that team, Salam. Auckland versus Western. First week, Western went into it with some massive results, absolutely massive. Auckland carrying on their form from MacArthur, bro, with 2 quick goals in the space of 3 minutes, I believe, Salam. From Eminem, May and Mata.
Eminem. Mate, the real Mata of the league. Nah, look, it's...
Sorry, say it one more time for the camera.
The real Mata of the league. Because, there's more than one.
More to say, you know.
Look, Auckland have picked their form back up. I think they had a bad patch of form. Adelaide went top around January, the end of January. But as Steve Corica usually does, he picks his shit up and he goes, okay, let's get this back on track.
Salam, Western, I think, are a massive surprise because they've built up a really, really good partnership between Botic and Ibusuki. 2 of the league's most potent strikers, Salam, with 8 goals and 7 goals, respectively. Best partnership this season?
No, I agree with you on that.
Yeah?
Yeah. Look,
Not Segacic and Costa or Segacic and Lolly.
So I'm trying to be as...
No, but I'm just genuine. This is a podcast. You're allowed to have your thoughts. Do you think it's up there?
With Eminem?
No. Botic and Ibusuki.
Oh, Botic and Ibusuki.
8 and 7 goals, respectively.
Look, it was all fun and games till we whipped out the suited and booted celebration, mate. Mate, it's the... No, I'm joking. All the jokes. I love the boys.
Your preferences them a lot.
I said I love the boys.
I love them.
I love the boys in Melbourne. They're suited and booted. But
when we get out of Melbourne, there'll be a collab. Don't you worry.
Look, it's. I don't know, man. Western United's a weird team. They're a team where, let's be honest, on their day they could beat anyone. But I also think the reliance on, I think Botic more so than Ibusuki, is evident. Ibusuki are like. Even, I think you asked Hayden Matthews when we had him on, he's like, how was it?
Gangly Salam, I'll never forget that word.
Gangly.
Gangly.
Hayden Matthews' long, extensive vocabulary, he used the word gangly. Yeah, look, I think it's more Botic for me, and I don't see Botic in this league for much longer.
No.
I think Noah's time...
Him and Thomas Waddingham are the 2 best youngs for me.
Yeah, well, Waddingham's already gone to Portsmouth.
Yeah, brother.
And Botic, his style of play is very, very European.
But them 2 up front, Salam, the reason why I make a case for them as the best striking duo, reason being, I see it like a Sturridge and Suarez. Whereas Ibusuki's more like a Suarez.
Yeah.
However, obviously, one being Japanese, one being Uruguayan, and obviously one's a bit taller than the other. But Ibusuki's gangly, lot of body to move around, which somehow makes it work, and a Botic is a running behind.
Can I be honest? To answer your question, I think they're one of the best duos in the league. But I might get crucified for saying this.
As he always does.
Only because the 2 Sydney boys, being Lolly and Klamala, aren't strikers. Klamala's a striker, obviously. Yeah. I really rate Barello and Sapsford as a 2 up front.
Yeah, no reason.
And I think when I've seen them play together, I think that's when the Wanderers have looked at their best. So in terms of Ibusuki and Botic, I think they're just under Barello and Sapsford. Okay. I might be leaving someone out.
No.
I'm trying to think. Like,
I'm just thinking for teams that play 2 up front. That's the thing.
Yeah, because trying to think, Perth Taggart plays by himself 9 times out of 10.
Taggart and Pearman. It's not.
No.
Yeah.
MacArthur play with the 1.
Well, he's gone now.
Jema. We'll get to that in a sec. Auckland, even then.
I'll be honest, Salam, I think it's Botic and Ibusuki, Barello or Sapsford.
I think Barello... Bro, I love Sapsford.
Me too.
I can't lie. He's really growing on me. But I'd have to pit them just ahead of the Western boys.
Fair enough.
But Noah Botic won't be in this league.
No, I agree. Salam, Auckland, it's a bloody good start, man. It's a bloody good start. You don't like the teams across the ditch, Salam. I don't know why. But I'll be honest, is it the best start for a new team? Because I go back to the Wanderers, for example. I go back to Gold Coast. I go back to Canberra, for God's sake, when they were in the league. Wanderers, yes, we ended up coming first in our first year. Premiers, yes. However, I think in terms of the best start, I can't see a team better than that.
I'll raise you a question. Has there been a team more dominant? I don't think Auckland have been dominant. I think they've been persistent. I think they've been consistent.
In terms of the first year in the league?
Yes.
No.
Okay. Would you not say the Wanderers' first year, they'd rock up. See, this is the thing with Auckland. It's not like Auckland are coming in and they're beating you 4-5-0.
Some games.
Some games. But the rest of their games have been
1-0s.
1-0, 2-0, last minute, 98th
Yeah,
minute,
yeah,
97th
no, I
minute.
get it.
I'd actually argue maybe Wanderers' first season, they were more dominant than that.
No, I wouldn't. Because if I go back to those times, we were based under a very defensive coach, Tony Popovic.
Yeah, but
we
do
were.
you not think that there was a bit more... I'm not saying they're going to come and slap you 5-0, but it's like, fuck, we're not going to beat these guys. If I put Popovic's first Wanderers team that first season against Auckland, what's the score?
1-0 Wanderers.
There you go.
That's my heart.
No. But be
You,
honest,
you want head bias removed.
you're a better defensive team than Auckland. Back then, that first Wanderers team...
It'll be interesting to see the stats because Auckland's got the best clean sheets.
Eye test. For those watching, okay.
Eye test, okay, yeah,
Based off the eye test, and we'll clip this. Based off the eye test, if first season Wanderers, 2012-13 Wanderers, took on this season's Auckland, who wins?
The back five, so foreign keeper.
Your best 11 versus their best 11.
Wanderers.
Wanderers.
Yeah, Wanderers, yeah.
I think...
Yeah, no,
I love
agree.
Chiefy. I love Chief. I love Corica. But I just think that there's something about that Auckland team that I'm just not convinced with.
Okay.
And I just think that it's the fact that you can only get away with it for so long.
Yeah, I agree.
And we saw it. They had a purple patch where they lost a couple games. You know, they kind of drew here.
Consider their first goal, they look shaky. I don't know.
Yeah. I've always said Auckland are a team where if they don't score early, you can get them. If you hold them out till the 75th, 80th minute, they're going to get you.
Yeah.
You need to just catch them early. Worst case scenario, they get a draw.
Yeah.
If you let them stay in the game, that's it, you're done. Whereas the Wanderers, it's like 2004, 2005 Chelsea. They're built off the same, just score a
Craig-
goal, sit back, you're not getting through us.
Yeah.
And that's how, I don't know. It's just, a Sydney FC fan should be saying this, but I just can't see them beating this Auckland team. But yeah, that's just me.
I like that. Clip that. I like that.
I don't like Auckland, as you can tell. Anyway, on to the next game, Tom.
On to the club which you suddenly have a great affiliation for, Salam. West Sydney Wanderers versus Macarthur, the 6-pointer, as Alan referred to it in the press conference when I asked him.
Yeah.
When I pressed him in the press conference. Sorry.
Did you consent?
It was some stern words, Salam.
Yeah.
But no, Salam. It was definitely we got the edge in the 6-pointer. We've Auckland now have a game above us, Macarthur have a game above us, which is excellent. But I think we look good. For me, Alan didn't like the question when I asked him, was it a tale of two halves? I think it was.
Yeah.
I think Macarthur looked strong in the first half. We had more chances, I would argue. But I think Macarthur looked the better in the first half. We came out second half like a different team. Priestman was defending. Rare. Brilliante showed why he plays 250 games in the A-League. Kleur decided to turn villain into hero. Well done to the brother. Great first A-League goal.
Right-footed Roberto Carlos, mate.
Don't know why. Don't know how. Hammond, when he came on, started taking on players. We look good. We look really good. But for me, I just don't see how we are going to make it into the top 6 if we can't put a full 90 together. And that's my concern, sir. That's my concern.
Yeah, but there's always teams like that, Tom. And there's
But
always,
those teams don't win, Salam.
you're not going to win the league.
But that's the problem.
Yeah.
We start with success.
And I don't think that you have it in you guys to kind of, whether people like it or not, I don't think you have it in you to pull on 90 minutes. I think there's a good 60-minute performance in there. But you're going to hope that 60-minute performance
Comes in a semi-Euro
comes
grand
in the 35th minute, so you can just put teams away. That's the problem.
I
Is
agree.
that your backline for me? I know you've brought in Law. Law is a good Josh Law. He's a good left-footed centre back, but at the same time, having 4 good defenders isn't going to be enough.
I want to take it to the brother that I think will take the place of Jack Clisby. Alex Gersbach.
Yeah.
Cam on Salam looked really, really good. XFC boy. But that's it. We'll move on from that fact, Salam. Auburn boy. Be honest with me. Does he take Clisby's spot?
Do you want my answer or Alan's answer?
My answer. The answer is yes. My
Alan's
answer, the answer.
No.
How? He looked so good when he came on. We started attacking Salam. We started attacking.
I know.
Clisby's best performance came in the derby.
Yeah, but maybe...
Besides that, he's a solid 5, 6, 7 out of 10.
But you guys don't necessarily... I don't think Alan wants attacking fullbacks.
How the fuck are you supposed to dominate teams in a 4-4-2 then? How the fuck is that supposed to happen?
Have you seen the way he uses his wingers?
Yeah,
bro?
I'm aware, brother.
Yeah, he wants them to kind of just sit there and be like
Who's a better defender, Gersbach or Clisby?
Clisby. Just no. Gersbach's attacking ability is so far
Shits on him.
It shits on him. The gap between their attacking ability is a lot further for Gersbach, but their defensive ability isn't too far off.
I agree.
I'm not saying Gersbach can't defend. I just think Clisby, on an average day, compared to Gersbach's average day, is a better defender than
Who's a better defender, Klur or Clisby?
Klur. It's no question. Klur's the best defensive fullback you've got.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, he whipped out that shot like it was Vincent Company or
Talk
something.
about defending, yes, but
But, you know, in terms of defending, I think Gabriel Klur's like your right
so
back.
is that the best 11 we put out? Is that the best 11 we put out?
Yeah, that was it. I think Barello and Sapsford were...
Brello, Sapsford, Milanovic, Krajev.
You got Mata to come back as well.
That's the best 11, you reckon?
Okay. Because he's not going to change his formation. That's the
No,
problem.
God, no, he won't change.
If he goes from a 4-4-2 to a 4-2-2 to attacking them,
Whatever,
to,
yeah.
to one
Yeah.
attacking midfielders.
There's
So-
always up 2 blocks of 4. That's regardless.
Which tells me that when Mata's back, he's either going to be on the bench or he's going to start him ahead of who? Probably Krajev. That means Mata goes to the right, Milanovic goes back to the left, Barella Sapsford up front, and then Priestman and Brillante.
Hammond looked fucking tops.
He's not going to play him.
Hammond looked tops.
I'll be honest with you. I've been... Actually, I'm not going to say it on camera. But I've been watching a lot of the NPL recently. Simmons isn't coming back anytime soon.
Nah, go.
No.
No. Question though. Hammond or Milanovic, who's had a better season so far?
Milo. Hammond's had, a derby goal. Sorry. He scored in the derby in the first round.
Hammond is the best dribbler at the club. I'm gonna let you know right now.
I think the expectation...
No.
The
Hammond,
expectation...
Hammond is the best dribbler at the club. I
the
promise you right now.
expectation on Milanovic is higher. That's why.
The brother's been linked overseas.
It's like, brother...
to the best club
I know,
in Croatia,
I know.
results-wise.
I know. It's like, bro...
Nah, it's not that.
It's like comparing... It's like telling me who's had a better season in Ranieri or Odegaard.
Salam.
Your expectation on Odegaard is up here.
Salam.
Your expectation on Ranieri at the start of the season was down here. Your expectation on Milo coming into the season was up here. Your expectation on Hammond coming into the season was about here.
Abs.
Now you've seen Hammond be able to perform to about this level. Right now this season, Milanovic, most of his games have been on about this level. But I know for a fact this is as good as Hammond can go.
Who has had a better season, Milo or Hammond?
Who's done more?
Hammond.
Brother, Milanovic is close to the top in terms of the Golden Boot. He was leading it at one stage. You just expect the world out of Milanovic. That's all it is.
Salam.
What's Hammond done?
Hammond is a better dribbler than Milo.
Aside from his you're gonna pull out a two.
What do you want from your winger? What do you want as a coach from your winger?
in Stagic's
What do you want as a coach from a winger? What is a winger's job role?
depending on the role he's playing in.
No, as a winger.
Milo in that team, his role is to score goals and assist goals, goal contribution.
In that team. As a winger,
No, but that football can't define like that. We've had this conversation a million times.
Is it a-
Tom, my definition of a winger and your definition of a winger are two different things. You can't be asking that
okay.
question.
Objectively, who's the best dribbler at the club?
Juan Mata.
Probably not wrong. Salam, who's the best dribbler at the club besides Milo and Hammond?
Do you want the answer I gave Scott Hudson?
No.
Holly Caspers. No.
Who's the best dribbler at the club?
Bro, Hammond's techier. But Milo's dribbling ability is actually... You remember that goal he scored against fucking...
I'm aware of that.
So I'm saying, for me, you're not going to get the word Hammond out of me. It's Milanovic.
Okay, no problem.
And I think Milanovic, the expectation on him is a lot higher. And then I'll be honest, I think that is a recipe for scapegoating. Is that you expect this much out of him and you expect this much out of Hammond. Now, the thing is, if Hammond's giving you this much and Milo's giving you this much, start Hammond. No, you're only going to get this much out of Hammond. His ceiling's here.
You reckon?
Milo's ceiling is here. Yes.
You see Hammond overseas?
No. No. I see Milo overseas.
I agree on that. I think Hammond goes as well.
It's going to take a bit to get him over there.
Speaking to brothers that have gone overseas,
Yeah.
Arthur Piol, Jed Drew, and Valet Germain. Valet for different reasons. Those three. MacArthur filling the effects, Salam.
Falling apart.
Can't score goals, bro. So then I pose you that question. We'll talk about Germain in a second, Salam. Who takes that sixth spot? Assuming the top 5 stays as it is, you've got FC, you've got Wanderers, you've got MacArthur who takes the 6th. Bias removed.
It's FC. I think FC's worst day is a lot better than the other two. I think their best day is a lot further than the other two. Like, let's be honest, that derby,
That was their best performance this year.
in terms of Western Sydney Wanderers.
Of course it was.
Yeah, if the roles were flipped, it would have been 5-6-0. Let's be honest here. If we played with the level of intensity that you played with, it's a 5-6-0 game.
Where's my camera? I love my club. Why are you smiling, Salam? I love my club with all my heart. FC are going to come 6th. But as the Wanderers fan in me, and we cut the video before, the Wanderers are coming 6th. And we'll clip it there.
Do you want my crazy prediction?
Newcastle coming 6th.
No. Melbourne City to fall out of the 6.
It's because Vidmar out of the 6th.
Mm-hmm.
With Naboo coming back and everything. Tilio, first start in many days. Fuck.
I think they
It's his
had
goal, Matt. Matthew Wong's goal.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Fuck.
not many Wongs in football. No. All jokes aside.
I'm trying to think of another one.
No, there's not many Wongs I've ever, in general, even in rugby league. I think there was one.
Lawrence Wong, what a goal.
Sia Wong played for Manly, I believe.
I think he's the one.
Or the
Back to
Roosters.
football.
Anyway, I think Melbourne City fall out of the top 6.
And Wanderers and FC make it.
I think Wanderers and FC make it.
Okay, I think it's on.
And you know why? Because I think just before this week, they had gone on a 3-game losing streak. I think that's a recipe for disaster.
Before we head off to the Premier League, Salam,
Yeah.
where your team picked up a win, very proud of you.
Correct.
Valère-Germain.
Uh-huh.
It can't be just refereeing decisions. Because we see today as well, just before our shoot, actually, producer made us aware, assistant coach is gone as well. Salam.
Yeah.
There's something there.
Something.
This- Love is in it. Salam, what's going on? It can't be referee. I've never heard of somewhere you go because of refereeing decisions.
Brother,
Sorry, I'm not.
When you're being forced to play in front of 45 people every week in, week out, and you've played at the highest level, in France, I'm sorry, I don't blame him. He came to play in Australia. There's a difference between
A club captain, bro. That's a club captain.
There's a difference between.
No, okay, but then he played in front of 48 people last year. What's the difference?
I'm like, he's sick of it, bro. When you're seeing players
Mid-season, that's a dog
brother.
move.
With all due respect, when you're seeing Piol and Jed Drew having to leave the club to take on other opportunities, and they were your only hope of success there. No offense to MacArthur, you're gonna be like, "Fuck this." There's no hope left, bro.
So they've still got Danny De Silva. They've still got Bernardo.
But they've lost their 2 players.
They're out of
They're 2 best
Are they
players.
out of the top 6?
Yeah.
Newcastle finish above them? I think so.
No.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Serious?
I think they'll meet somewhere in I don't think MacArthur they've lost, in terms of attacking wise, they've lost their best kind of, their best 3, which is, I think, Piol, obviously, with the goal that he scored earlier this year. Yeah. You got Jed Drew, who's a superstar,
Weapon.
and their captain. But I think from the midfield to the defence, they're the league. They won't.
Bratton's a pro.
Bro, Holman.
Yeah.
There's like a blonde Bondi Iniesta.
Blonde Bondi Iniesta.
Blonde BBI, mate. But yeah, look, I think
Oh, God.
the refereeing's poor.
Bro, you can't leave because of refereeing decisions.
He probably made a comment. I'll be honest with you. He probably made a
It
comment.
doesn't get him sacked out of the league. People have taken, bleep this, people have taken some gambling, whatever, all the different accusations.
Yeah.
And what, you leave because of refereeing decisions? Come on, get a grip.
Look, I think he's made a comment, and I think the media or someone's leaked it and taken it out of context. So he's probably gone like, fucking,
Whatever, careful.
Yeah, you know what I mean? He's
Yeah.
probably gone and said, the refereeing, I'm over it or blah, blah, blah. And it's been taken out of context. That's what I think's happened. But all in all, I think they don't make the 6. I think they'll be, them and Newcastle will be neck and neck on the end of the season. Mm-hmm. I think Wanderers and FC, and I'm saying Wanderers just because I think you've got enough attacking prowess to outscore teams.
I agree on that.
But in terms of defending against teams, it's a whole different story.
Laws comes back on, John comes back as well, hopefully.
So you're telling, what's your best back 4 then? It'll be...
Goes back, Clisby, Jong, Bonatic.
Goes back, Clisby.
Goes back, Kleur, sorry. Left back, goes back. Centre backs, Bonatig, Jong. I'm just going off. I haven't seen Laws. Bonatig, Jong, Right back. Clue.
I think goes back Laws, Bonitig, and then Kleur.
Jonga.
I think Jong doesn't come back in. You've looked better without him.
Yeah.
And that's saying Brillante's in the team. But look, I want to get on to the EPL quickly. Arsenal 2-0. My Spanish striker, Mikel Merino, mate.
I told you, Salam. I told you about him.
Look, I'm not
Fuck,
surprised.
he knows how to score a header, but.
Yeah, he's 6'4" or something,
Yeah.
or 6'3". I wanted to see my boy Richie Culler play up front. I can't lie. Bro, I wanted to see those locks, bro, fly in the middle of the air.
Kill me.
Like, you know, the Italian David Ginola or who's the other guy? Oh, the Italian.
Whoa! Whoa! Let's just pause it there.
What happened?
The Italian David Ginola.
The Italian David Ginola, mate.
David,
Oh,
David, what's it? David Ginola is from what country?
France.
Okay. So double check that. Just have to double check that. Carry on, Salam.
Yeah, he could be the Italian David Ginola. Or, okay, even better one. The Italian Diego Forlan. With the locks and the beautiful,
Okay,
you
fair
know.
enough. So just have to check the ball knowledge, concussion, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Salam, Kai Havertz, how have you coped this week?
It's hard.
It's hard. It's hard. With his pet goat and in surgery with his leg.
You know, he hurt his knee, I hurt my head, and, you know,
You bonded over that.
we bonded over it.
Do you want to get Kai on the show, Salam?
Huh?
Kai on the show? He's got some free time.
Oh, yeah, that's all right. I've had a rough.
No. No. Oh, God.
Nah, look.
Yeah, bro, that's even the my guy.
But nah, look. It's kind of you don't know where you got till it's gone. I'm sorry, but watching that team with Sterling, Trossard, and Martinelli up and Manieri up front was absolutely a tough watch.
So next week, who's your three?
Trossard, Merino, Manieri.
Moreno starts up front. Boys, you're such a
No. Tom, Sterling was bad.
I'm not talking about Sterling. I'm talking about who's you up front.
Moreno. We don't have anyone else.
I'm aware.
Like
It's a paper
there's-
fucking thing.
There's actually nobody else. Our bench consisted of 5 fullbacks, 2 midfielders, Jorginho, Moreno, and a goalkeeper and an 18-year-old.
You want to speak to the camera to Stan Kroenke, or am I going to do it?
There's no point.
I'll speak to
Roberto Firmino is now possibly a free agent. Get the checkbook out. But at the same time,
Stan Kroenke's a little fuck.
can I be honest?
He's a prick.
He might not do this, but dear God, I think a front three of Kieran Tierney, Moreno, and Ranieri is actually dangerous. Because...
Goodbye. Fuck off.
No.
Fuck off. I'm done.
No.
Sorry,
Sit down. Turn the mic back. Sit down. Speak it to the mic. I'll explain it to you. The delivery on Kieran...
My phone's there. My phone's already gone.
Yeah. Kieran Tierney's delivery... No. Moreno's not going to be a striker where we're playing him to his feet or his back to goal or literally, you know, get him behind.
So you're Stake City from 10 years ago.
I'm not joking. Just get the ball in the box and he'll find it. And Kieran Tierney's delivery from the left is probably one of the best at the club. He's an old school. This is what Peps and Mikel's... Yeah, I know. Thomas, look at me.
Salama Khan,
Brother,
a left back, a centre mid, and a right wing.
for the last 6 weeks, Kieran Tierney's been coming on as a winger.
Oh, fuck.
You do realise that?
I've realised.
You do realise
Sorry,
that? We're an injury away from seeing Kieran Tierney start at left wing for Arsenal. This is how bad we are.
You're an injury away from Arteta coming up front to play fucking left.
Imagine the scenes where he just
Salam
comes on and he's
style.
like, I need to come on myself. Comes on. Nah, I'm keen for it. But
Brad, can you hit him every week? Hit him every week.
nah, look,
Salam, this is good. That's bad. That's a bad shout.
7 points off Liverpool now. We still have to go to Anfield. How iconic, like all jokes aside, and not even serious talk, how iconic would it be if we got on and win the league?
Keyword, how iconic would it be? Salam.
I don't like have a lot. I'm not taking. How iconic
Go.
would it be? You go to Anfield with a midfielder at striker. You beat them there, and then
You
go
scrape
on and
a win 1-0. Yeah.
Like that'll be absolutely
Great
hilarious. Now, it might happen. Probably not. I just think that we're too thin now. But backline to midfielder. That's our strongest we could get.
And we're, brother's name,
Ranieri.
Ranieri. His ceiling. It's up there. Biggest ceiling in the Smith Row?
Yeah.
And Saka? No, not for me.
I don't think Saka was this good at his age. Tom,
That I agree.
Tom,
That I agree.
And I don't think I've ever watched a 17-year-old and had that much trust in them. Like when he gets the ball, when
Jude was up there.
Yeah, you know when you watch Chelsea and you're like, get the ball to Palmer, he's going to do something. It's that same feeling where when Yuri's got the ball, 9.5 times out of 10, he makes the right decision. 9.5 times out of 10, he's making a threat.
Okay, question.
Yeah.
Who's more lethal to you, Odegaard or Merino, to make that right decision, to make that right pass?
Oh, nah, bro. It's Odegaard. But they're different type of players.
players.
You know, I personally reckon Odegaard likes that deeper role.
I agree.
I think what's going to happen next season is I think Nwaneri's going to end up in Odegaard's position. I think Odegaard's going to end up on the left side of midfield.
Yeah.
And I think Rice is going to end up in the 6. Now, knowing how part of my French Mikel is in the mind in terms of how he's tactically, don't be surprised if he lets go of Gabriel Jesus and keeps Mikel Merino up there. Because I don't think he's been... No. Tom.
For fuck's sake.
Tom.
Abdul.
Tom.
I've had a tough day.
Tom. How often has he played Merino?
Abdul.
No. Ask yourself. How often...
It's not Fellaini from 16, 17. Please, God.
But you've got to... Okay, if he goes on and scores 15 goals in the rest of the season...
If he scores 15 goals...
If he goes on and scores, has 15 goals and assists for the rest of the season, you can't tell me that, he's not an actual half-decent striker. He's played there before.
Saliba's played there before. You going to put Saliba at 9?
If he
Tell
does
me,
the job, he does the job.
would you put
If he
Saliba at
does
9?
the job, he does the job. But you need to understand, and you know that as a coach, football's not black and white. Sometimes,
Yes, in the
Gareth
10th
Bale
minute.
was a left back. Some decided to throw him at
But
wing.
he had speed.
Okay.
And he had the abilities going
What does
on
a
the wing.
striker need? What
Put
from
the
a
in the back of the net,
Okay.
beside his head.
Okay. Did you not see second finish?
Yes, I saw the finish. It was amazing. Can he do 15 games left?
Well, we'll see.
Abdul,
We'll see.
I promise you right now.
We'll see.
I promise you right
We'll
now.
see.
I promise you right now. Fellaini's going to have a bigger impact up front than he has ever had.
Oh, we'll see.
Promise you right now.
We'll see. We'll see. Honestly, we'll see. Well, he's had more impact in the half an hour that he played than Palmer has in the last 4 weeks. Because clearly, we'll get onto that game in a second. If Palmer's not doing anything, Chelsea can't even win a game. 3-0 Brighton, Thomas. Talk to us about that.
Good transition, I'll give it to you. Salam, I posed you many times on this podcast.
Yeah.
Karo Matoma.
Yeah.
That brother, I even put it on the story when I was against my club. You still wouldn't take him?
No.
You are fucking crazy.
But it goes to show you.
You are
your
crazy.
comments before about Hammond and Milanovic, it eats into this. That's not my type of winger. I'll be honest with you. I don't
He
like...
destroyed my club.
I don't care. He could destroy my club.
And you don't care?
He's actually had good games against my club.
Of course he has.
But-
Because he's a brilliant player.
He's a brilliant player.
You would have him at your club.
Just not my type of
You
player.
are
No.
incredible. Thank God you're not the coach.
No, Tom. I like at the end of the day. We'll get to your team in a sec. I like my wingers to be a bit more like your Sakas, a bit more like players. No. I'd rather a player that can get me 30 goals and assists a season.
Okay.
Than a player that can dribble 6 different players and then get the ball to the midfielder who can get the ball to the striker. That's just me.
Your favourite player of all time is who?
Mesut Ozil.
Mesut Ozil. Was Mesut Ozil known for his numbers or what he can do?
Mesut Ozil was known for his passing.
What can Mesut Ozil do?
Yes. As a midfielder,
Yes.
everything. You're talking about a winger.
I'm just talking about you, because now I'm getting the feeling, the notion that you like clinical things that just turn
like
out.
output.
You like outcomes.
But at
That's
the
it.
same time, I can see things for what they are. The way I like to see, and this you got to understand, you're looking at it from a generalized point of view. The way I like to see football, and I'm telling you this because I don't expect you to understand it. I don't expect you to agree with it. The way I like to see football, I like my players playing their part.
Yep.
You can have a player or a winger in there that can dribble 1,000,001 plays. I'd rather someone that'll get in there, get on the end of a ball and just bang, put it in the back of the net.
Okay.
Matoma will have 4 to 5 good games a season where he'll bang a double against a team or he'll rip a team apart. But you're not going to get that week in, week out, week in, week out.
You have two players in the world to sign.
Yeah.
Choose between one. Minta or Matoma? Matoma. Come on, bro.
Between them two, of course. I've seen more in Matoma.
But Minta was
good.
Minta was brilliant against my club as well. And Salam, you talk about Palmer, yeah, but you look at the injuries we've got, brother. Jackson, James, Gusto, Guy, he's been okay for Farmer.
You have the
Farmer's
depth,
done,
but-
Farmer's done more fucking Instagram clips than he's done on the pitch this year. But I don't know, brother.
You have depth. So I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'll be honest. We're gonna finish outside top 4.
You reckon?
Yeah. City will come in the top 4.
You reckon?
Marmoush will take them top 4. Forest.
And then Arsenal.
And then you've got Newcastle up there. I'll be honest, we're going to finish outside top 4. We're going to lose the Champions League spot.
You reckon 6?
Yeah, 5th, 6th.
That's fair. Look, I'll be honest with you. I believe you're the one club that can't complain about injuries.
Am I complaining?
No,
I'm
not saying you.
Okay.
There's a lot of Chelsea fans out there that have cited injuries, and I think you're the one club that you've got enough depth to make up for it, and enough versatility in that team. Like, yeah, Jackson got injured, but you've got Nkunku there. All right, you've let go of Felix. You've still got options.
Dumb.
What's his name?
Fucking
The
dumb.
guy with the really long last name, the striker, the tall one. Yeah.
Whatever,
You've got him too. You've got players on the wing like Neto who can play up front.
He's top player.
Like, there are so many options. Palmer can play right wing. Like, there's so many options in that team.
So, what are we blaming here? We blaming Maresca here? Is there hype for what, or do we give him time here? So?
Give him time. I'm the biggest advocate for giving managers time. I will never, personally, I'll be honest with
Trent
you.
was bad, bro.
I'm.
We didn't have a shot. So
You can clip.
Jadon Sancho.
Yeah.
Fuck me.
Look, but that's
What's he done?
But that's the thing.
What's he done?
He was fined 4 weeks ago.
Look at fucking Anthony at Real Betis.
I just think that, like I said, if it's not Palmer,
We're in trouble.
you're in
I've
trouble.
always said that.
Yeah.
Why do you think I latched onto that player so much?
No,
I
100%.
love that player.
But at the same time, it goes to show you though, like he's not God. He's not, the greatest player of all time. He's not the GOAT. He's not gonna walk
Team of the
in-
season, baby.
He's not a player that, like, I'm sorry, and I'll say this, and I said it at the start of the season. I look at him and I compare him to Odegaard. Odegaard, even on a bad day, will still be able to try to rescue something. Palmer's still young enough to have games where he's just gonna have to sit back and be like, okay,
Yeah, blank.
this is not my day.
Yeah.
Whereas Odegaard will still try to
Odegaard's
play a
more
pass.
experienced.
That's what I'm saying. But when it comes to managers,
Don't forget, Odegaard started a lot younger than Palmer.
100%.
And he went to the best club in the world.
so did Palmer. Palmer was at City in their
different,
prime
bro.
years, bro. He learned from the
Take it to the corner
best.
post, by the way.
He learned from the best. You gotta understand that. And I think when it comes to Chelsea, when it comes to managers, and you can clip this if you want. I'm the biggest advocate in giving them time. You might be a manager that is the best manager in the world. You might be an average manager. I believe everyone has a ceiling. For example, Eric Ten Hag at Manchester United could only have got them so far. Now, I don't think he would have won the league with them. I don't think he would have won a Champions League. But I believe if they gave him time, would have been a top 4 coach. I think when it comes to Enzo Maresca, I believe he's got the attitude and he's big enough to be able to kind of, like, how do we explain it? Get the mentality right to be able to challenge. But you need to give him time. You need to give him the right players and his type of players. Now, Ange Postecoglou, on the other hand,
1-0?
1-0 needs to be given time. And
So he still stays.
yes,
Do we hear the comments of Roy Keane?
Roy Keane can
He's a funny guy.
politely.
Do one.
I'll be honest with you. I think Ange Postecoglou is getting way too much hate for, and this is me coming in defending a Tottenham coach. He needs to be given time and needs to be given control.
I agree, Salam. But talk about it, brother that's got control.
Yeah.
Arne Slot, brother. Still gets the result over. Why you shake your head? Still gets the result, brother.
Lucky.
McAllister.
Lucky.
Lucky, of course. You know who wasn't lucky?
No.
City, bro. Marmoush, man. Marmoush. Marmoush. It's done well.
What was that song they were singing about him the other day?
I don't know, to be honest.
Oh no, they used to sing it about a Spanish guy. Entertain the fans for a sec. You'll remember this song.
No, but brother, I'll be honest. I like Marmoush. I think a front two. I think I'd agree with this, Abs. Haaland and Marmoush
Yeah.
looks good, man. Because he reminds me of an Alvarez, but you're gonna disagree with this. I think he's more clinical than an Alvarez.
Yes.
I think he's a better goal scorer than an Alvarez.
Yeah.
And I think that's where City will benefit.
They've found their Alvarez replacement effectively. And
I think he's a better
only
finisher.
thing, you know what's weird? Haaland was making wide runs.
He started wide.
Yeah. But I think...
Did you find your song?
Yeah, I did.
Tell me. I was going to play the song. Oh, there you go.
His name is Omar.
He's from Maadi. Came to score, came to score, came to score, play. And he plays for Man City. His name is Omar. He's from Maadi. He came to score, came to score, came to score. Played for Frankfurt, and now at City. La la la. Yeah, okay, we got the point.
Which prick has too much time on their hands?
Not really. It was all over my For You page. But back on that point, he's a great player.
Top player.
What they signed him for? 60
Oh, brother, don't
odd
care.
million?
Worth it in the hat trick. 4-0 against Newcastle, bro.
Question though. Someone's got to go then. You want to know why? Because Doku hasn't been favoured as much.
Grealish. British goes.
Pep's been favouring his strong-footed wingers. He's been playing his left
Savinho.
footers on the left.
Savinho.
Savinho's gone to the other
I
side.
like that, brother.
Where's Foden fit?
Foden's gone, bro. Foden, Bernardo Silva, and Grealish start finding clubs.
You reckon Foden's gone?
Foden's gone, bro. Yeah. Foden's gone.
That'll be interesting. It'll be
Unless De
interesting
Bruyne
to
goes
see.
first. Unless De Bruyne goes first.
De Bruyne's gone. De Bruyne won't play past this season. I know that for
Or
a
if Foden
fact.
stays.
I know that for a fact.
Thanks,
I'm-
fucking
I'm-
agent. Do you want to tell me about your connections? Brother Smith Rowe. Oh, I like that, brother. Fucking good goal. It's me as well.
He done us a favour.
I love that, brother. And Abdul. Eric Ten Hag left the club 4 points off fourth. And now my good friends at United are in 15th.
15th, blood! 15th!
It's one more place from the Nepenthes meme. I hope and pray that it gets to the Nepenthes meme.
Oh.
Salam. 16th.
No,
I pray to God it gets to that.
Do you remember the Troops one? This one.
No, you're proving your point. We're fucking 15th. We're 15th. We are 15th, sir. We are 15th. We are 5 points away from relegation. Yeah? We are closer to the bottom than the top.
Salam, I'll be honest. Salam, I'll be honest. They're in trouble. Listen, they won't get relegated. They won't get relegated. Let's not.
If they do,
Salam.
If they do, we're throwing a party, bro.
Oh, we'll do a party.
We are throwing the biggest party in
At
50
lightweight?
Sydney. At lightweight athletic, you name it. We're here to celebrate Manchester United's relegation at the lightweight athletic
Do you
club.
reckon the United Supporters Club will come?
With pitchforks and flames, yeah, probably. The Man City guys will come down.
Liverpool will come.
Sui
Sui will come. All the boys from Nigeria will come.
Serena Williams will be here. She'll be crip walking on the Manchester United jersey. You name it, mate. We'll be.
The amount of cross-code references you've done today is incredible. I want to take you back to the women's side of football. So. Brother, there is no man that I felt greater for than Geoff Abraham. Salam. I love that, brother. I really do. Sad day to let Pat go. Pat, I love you, brother, but bigger and better things, as people say. But Salam, really, really massive, and congratulations for Geoff, because he's stuck in there. He had a couple of close results that could have gone either way. Got his result against Brisbane Roar, and then now he's gone an absolute demolished. Cassie Davis's team from Newcastle, Salam 4-1, and really, really happy to the brother. Two goal of the week contenders as well. Our club just loves a goal of the week, but unfortunately can't turn that into results. But now 4-1, brother. Really, really happy for him. And Salam, Holly Caspers, effective again, Salam.
I must say.
Please don't say every person that you talk to is game.
No. I had a few moments that game. Okay. Cassidy Davis at McDonald's after the game. She just walked past. She looked at me. She's like, "I'm like, sorry about that." She's like, "It's all right." She moved on. Like she.
What did Cassie get from Macca's? Salam?
I didn't ask. I don't want to be like that. Yeah, Cassidy, what'd you get from McDonald's?
I think it was a bottle of water, guys.
No. The whole team before they went on the bus. It's a 2.5 hour drive. They all came in.
Thanks, I know for what it is.
All the girls were there. A few.
Why were you at McDonald's?
I was with Pat.
Oh, the boy.
We had a farewell meal. He bought cheeseburgers or hamburgers. Sorry, he bought like a stack of hamburgers.
That's nice.
I went for a McValue meal.
Max Smart.
And then the game after that game as well, chatted with Geoff.
Right.
Bit of a moment there. I can't lie. He looked at me, and I've been at enough of the games this season, and we've kind of chatted with him after each game and had a conversation and said that just hold on, be patient.
It'll come.
It'll come. And then he looked at me after the game, and at that moment where you're like the people that believed in you the whole way, it was a moment like that where he's like, you said it. I'm like, I know. I'm like, and I felt. I'm an FC fan. I really am.
Thanks.
But that women's Wanderers team will
you're
forever hold a spot on my heart, because forget the fact that was the first football team that we actually did content with or anything like that. There's something about that team and the environment there that...
Sometimes you form a connection with the club, and I completely agree with you. I want to take you to Bronte True and Chessery, bro. Bronte True gets a goal. Deserved, rightfully so, after her last week's performance, but it was a beautiful finish as well. But I think that maybe the goalkeeping can have a question, maybe, but you can't give credit to the club, can't give credit to the team without giving reference to Chessery, bro. She's the engine of that midfield. Yeah, she's done it again, bro. She goes under the radar.
She is, I think, their best natural, outside of Holly Caspers, their best natural football in that team.
Talia.
No. I'll explain it this way, and this is the least, in the least derogatory way possible. you can tell which of the girls have grown up playing like proper, I've had to grow up playing with the boys type football. And you can tell which of the girls have grown up in the women's game in a sense, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
because
I get it.
the women's game
It's not derogatory. Please don't take it
don't
as...
take that
Yeah,
don't take that the wrong way. What
Yeah.
I mean is that there's a difference between the women's football and how modern day women's football's transitioned to be, and how men's football as a whole has become.
It molds those players. It makes them a bit more, excuse the word again, but just a bit more of a bulldog.
Yeah,
Gets them
but
in there just like...
even like she'll get the ball, she'll turn around. I can tell that this girl, I'm sure we'll ask her the next game, grew up around Marconi, playing with
Such a strange connection.
similar to the story that Kanuli told us, where you have to
about to
play
say
in
that.
between the boys and all of that and learn the technique. You can tell she's a proper Euro
Tali is
footballer.
the same as well. The way she uses her body to just... She knows.
Yeah,
She
because her dad's the
Dad and brother as
and
well.
her brother as well, and then you've got players like Holly Caspers. Before we move on from this game, I'm sitting in the media box during that game. It started thunderstorming. Myself, some of the Wanderers staff, and Scott Hudson, CEO of the Sydney Wanderers. We were talking about the game the night before, I believe it was, or the night, I think the derby was the week before or something like that. And we got on the topic of Juan Mata, and we're sitting there, and I'm like, you know what? I'll turn around to Jess, and I'm like, I believe that Holly Caspers is the best, she's the best technical footballer at the club. And she's like to me, the whole club? I'm like, oh, yeah. Scott Hudson turns around, he's like, what about Juan Mata? I'm like, oh, he might just be ahead of Holly Caspers. And then he turns back around, and then I'm like to him, but Juan Mata wasn't on the end of the ball last week against Brisbane Roar, was he? He cracks up laughing, and then he turns around, he's like, fair point. 2 minutes later, Holly Caspers scores. He gets up and looks at me, and he's like, fair fucking play, man. Like, it's those moments where I might have to announce myself as the leader of the Holly Caspers supporters club.
My lord, you make some interesting comparisons. But Salam, I want to talk you to... We talk about those talented footballers. I want to take you to an up-and-coming star, Josie Allen, bro. I think she's up on that list. You've got the DeSantis of the world. You've got the Eunice of the world. Allen's up there, bro. And it's not Barry Allen, the Flash, for God's sake. It's Josie Allen, Salam. She's quick.
Good old Josie.
She can play. She's up and coming, bro, I'll be honest.
Not joking, pocket rocket.
Yeah.
Like, she is like...
Maybe one or two more steps taller.
A bit more there.
Yeah, but wow.
Yeah. Top player. We got to meet her in Newcastle. We went down for the Members Fan Day. I think we were there with her. Lara's getting a few more minutes now as well. Good. Lara Gooch and
Brewer as well.
Yeah. It's good. I'm happy with the progress that's come along with her. She's been getting more minutes. She's a pure raw talent. Yeah. And
rough timing, the definition of a rough
She's
timing.
got that dog in her. Okay. No, like even when she's running, she's taking the ball down the left. She will just...
Yeah, she goes, bro. Bulldoze.
She'll bulldoze right through you. But it's good to see. There's not too many pocket rockets in women's football.
Not too many pocket rockets in the world, Salam, I'll be honest.
Like, she's like Hayley Rasso.
Yeah.
But like...
Raw.
Like Newcastle Hayley Rasso. Like, she's from the Hunter Hayley Rasso. Like been through the mines Hayley Rasso. Like, it's one of those... Like,
Hayley, please contact the podcast if you ever had those experiences that Abdul claims
you. If you've been in the mines, Hayley, let us know.
Oh, dear God.
Before we...
I don't want to be bothered.
What's wrong with the mines?
Sydney FC 1, Melbourne City 2. Salam, I'm just going to sum it up in a sentence, and I want you just to expand on that sentence. Is it the same shit every week?
Yeah, I'm not even going to bother, bro. Same shit, different week. I'm just over it at this point. I'm not even going to get into it. Margot Chauvet was out injured this week. We found ourselves with a midfield three of Shea Holman, Indiana Dos Santos, and good old Matty Caspers.
In midfield?
In midfield. Average age of 18, Thomas.
Nice and strong.
And guess who played up front?
Nice and strong against the grand finalists last year.
No. Against the team that's undefeated in the league. Yeah, guess who played up front again? Good old Macca, Mackenzie Hawkesby. Shout out to the other Macca as well from the Wanderers. Before we moved on, I think she's been the biggest difference in that squad.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, Caspers is up there as well.
Caspers.
Salam, derby next week at Marconi, I believe. Is that correct?
Is it
the week after?
It's coming.
It's coming
up. Soon.
Be honest, I think that's a very interesting game. Not in terms of the leaderboard, but I think in terms of a reflection of where both clubs are at. I'll be honest, I think the Wanderers pick it. I'm not just trying to say that. I think the Wanderers now are a better team than FC.
I've said it for a while.
Yeah.
I've said it for a while.
Be honest with me. Give me early score predictions. Couple of weeks, I know, but
3-1.
Pooya, we scored 3. I think two.
Brother.
I think 2-1.
If you start with Bronte, you got Holly to come on. If Holly doesn't work, you've got Sophie to come on.
Sophie's
She's back by then.
Sophie's back.
Okay. On the wing, now you've got Talia and Silveska who are playing on the other side of the striker. And then forget that, you're playing players like Kushlaroo at wing back.
Yeah.
Danica Matos. I've been calling her Danica. Danica Matos.
Buchanan as well.
Buchanan's been playing at centre back, but I was talking to Geoff about it too. You know, if her output improves, she is literally Ellie Carpenter 2.0.
Yeah.
And I think once we kind of get to that point with her, again, I think she'll transition into European football.
I agree as well.
But 3-1, done deal. Hopefully that's the final nail on the coffin for our season. And you know who is focusing on the other task
Mary
at hand.
Fowler. Salam. Quickly back to the overseas, but obviously the women's game. Salam. 2 goals and assists in the last 5 games, bro.
Yes. Mate,
She's had that Weet-Bix. She's had that Weet-Bix hat, and she's not a Weet-Bix kid, brother. But wow.
Nathan, mate.
Oh god. Oh god.
Power couple. Let's just put it that way.
Really good sentence, Salam. Well done. Yeah, I think we should produce that. I think we should. Salam. Hopefully it's what happens in the indication of next year's North London derby, Salam. 5-0, brother. Emily Fox, Thunderbolt. I'll be honest, I haven't seen a better goal this week.
Me neither. 56,000 people at the stadium.
Oh, yeah, wow.
We can't even get that as a collective in the A-League.
Oh, you know what? That'd be actually interesting. We should give it to the Real A-League men's. There's a Twitter page.
Yeah, I've seen that.
We should challenge them. Add make the collative totals of all the attendances outside the derby, and let me know if we reach 56. I'm interested. I'm actually interested.
That's yeah.
I don't think we would. I don't think we do.
Because you got Western United pulling in like 3,000 people.
They had 33,000.
No, they're depending where they're playing.
They had 3,000.
3,000.
I think they
I
had
thought you said 33,000.
Brother,
No, they had
we haven't
3,000.
seen that in 10 years.
Perth Glory recently have been all right, but up until then,
The shed's all right.
Anyway.
No, I'll be honest, there's nowhere near 56,000.
Right.
No
But
near.
yeah, great win. I'm happy for Renee since she's taken over the job from Jonas. She's good. The girls are playing happy
Those
again.
are playing top. I'm happy for them.
Leslie, sorry, before we move on, Leslie Russo that's the Leslie Russo, isn't it?
Yeah, brother, that's the Leslie Russo that was at United. But for me, bro, if it wasn't for Chelsea, United looking strong as well, bro. Anyway, Emma Hayes, can you talk to me about this controversial topic that
She wants to abolish the men's football system out of the women's football pyramid type thing in America. Now,
No.
Look, we're gonna disagree here. I think it needs to happen over there.
I think it needs to happen, but I don't like the word men's football system. Can I tell you why? Can I tell you why?
Why?
Because who played football first? Where did it start off at? Where did it originate with?
Makes no difference, Tom.
No. I'm just trying to get to that point. Tell me.
Of course, it was.
Okay. So it's a footballing system.
Okay, but
It's a
women.
It's a footballing system.
Okay, but women.
So when you throw in the word men's football, and straight away it could cause the gender divide. Notice how me and you have not spoken about gender until we just speak about men's and women's football.
Correct.
So why are we going out there throwing shots? What's so different from the men's footballing system to the women's footballing system? Because it's the same fundamental footballing system.
Because it builds the basics of, for example, when you've got that, let's just call it, the football system over there has been built off the men's game.
But the football...
Hold on, let me explain it this way. When you kind of bring that as a plan to blanket everything, you're going to set the same expectation of here and here. Now, the problem is the way the women's football game is and the way scientifically with how, everything's built around the women's game and women's bodies and all of that, you can't expect the same outcome from here. So for me, I'd be setting the foundation because you said it yourself. If you could define the women's football the game in one system, how would it be? Transitional. What does that then require? Athleticism. You look at...
brother, mate.
No.
Don't come telling me about athleticism.
Tom. That Wanderers team, for example, half of that squad, if you ask them, and I forgot who was telling me,
they've all done athletics.
But
it's half the men's squad have done athletics
okay,
as well.
but
Come on, man.
there's a lot more tactical breakdown. There's a lot more technical ability required in the men's side across the world. Aside from that Barcelona women's team, let's be honest here. The rest of the football...
Okay, stop. You just answered it.
Correct.
What did that Barcelona women's team base their philosophy around?
That Barca system. I agree, Tom.
Which is what?
I agree.
Which is what?
Tom.
So-
I agree. But they've laid the foundations of that from God knows when. That Barca football system for women,
Cruyff.
that Barca football system in the women's game has been around since God knows when. I'm sorry, but
It started from where?
from Cruyff.
Cruyff, La
Yeah, but
Masia, all that academy there.
Tom. But they've been implementing that on the girls from when they were 5, 6.
Correct,
You
correct.
look at that football team over
But
there.
abs, if you abolish that system, you're basically cutting the heritage off. You're basically cutting the heritage off that women's system, for example, as Emma Hayes wants to do, who she's been a very, very outspoken character her whole career. And you can't even say that. I think for me, it's an absolutely ludicrous claim.
Mate, it's not-
Absolutely ludicrous claim, because you just answered it there, and I didn't think about the FC Barcelona women's team. However, you think the way they play. Watch the way they base it off.
Correct.
Why do you think the Spanish women's team won the World Cup? Why?
Correct.
They are tactically so much better, technically so much better
Yes.
than all the other women's teams.
Yes. But the women's football needs its own identity.
Abdul, I'm not saying it doesn't.
I don't disagree with Emma on this.
no
I
problem.
think that
Go have coffee with her tomorrow.
It's not even that. I think that if you give the women's football its own kind of groundworks, and you said it yourself, not you said it yourself, the way they train coaches and the way they teach you certain
That I
ways
agree.
here.
However-
Here in Australia, it doesn't work with everyone. Of
course.
Okay, it doesn't work with every kid that comes through that you have
Completely.
to train.
However-
now, sorry. With the women's game, if you could set groundworks and a foundation of how we kind of want to shape that game, it's going to work fine. I just don't think that you can bring in an 11-year-old boy and an 11-year-old girl and go, here, do the same thing and expect the same result and the same progress over the next 3-4 years, where you could build a plan around the girl and keep the boys doing whatever the hell they want.
Okay. However, what have women's sports and women's football strived for so long?
What is Americans...
That's my question. What have women's...
Individuality.
No. They've strived for equal pay, equal standards, and equal...
But
equal,
this is separate. But this
no,
is
it's
separate.
not.
Tom. Think marketing for a sec. Think marketing. If I turn around and I sit there and I've built a women's game, for example, and I've made a carbon copy of the men's, when I know truth
not
for
carbon
a fact,
copy.
No. In America, what has the American men's national team actually achieved? What has that American men's system achieved? Nothing.
Well, why? No, okay.
No. But that's
But
built
why,
off
why
that.
have the women's so successful then?
If
If it's the same system.
Because
If
of
it's the same
athletics,
system.
because of the college system, because
It's that, you're telling me the men's don't have college systems?
okay, but that's what I'm saying. If their footballing system, is so far advanced of the rest of the world that whatever
is it?
It is. Their footballing system with the college, with America and how they've built the groundworks of football. Their footballing system is so far advanced.
It's fucking based off basketball and NFL.
Tom, but there's
it's an American
Tom, I
thing.
know, but it works. You're telling me here in
what success?
Australia, if we had a college system that you were able to play while you studied, for example,
It's different.
build your way. They've got more of a pyramid than we do.
That's true.
Okay.
I'm not
Now, the
asking.
only difference is that's still a lot further advanced in the women's game than anywhere else in the world. Okay. The men's game, you can copy it anywhere. There's academies everywhere in the world. That's why their men's team isn't as successful, because the groundworks that was laid upon their men's football game is not as successful. You add any sort of structured plan to the women's game over there, you're going to get success.
Good.
Alongside, because remember, alongside football, they would have done athletics. It's an athletic team. Megan Rapinoe aside, you look at the rest of the team. They're actually proper
Fucking look at the
athletes.
Matildas, they're half athletes. Of course they're fucking
No.
half athletes.
But when it comes to building your own identity, I think when it comes to, say, US NWT, whatever they call themselves, US WNT, it needs its own identity. It needs its own... And I personally, if anyone there, I trust Emma Hayes to build it.
Oh, no problem. We're going to agree to disagree. I just think it's a bit disrespectful to speak about, to abolish a whole thing and base it on that. But anyway, we'll move on from there.
Look, sorry.
No, we are because we're not going to agree, and I think I just think it's a bit disrespectful.
But you just think about it. That American system, that American footballing, training plan or whatever you want to call it, the foundation.
Whatever.
What success has it brought?
To the women's
To
side,
the
fucking
men's
tops.
game.
Fuck all.
Fuck all. Okay.
So if the women have based it off the men's, why would they want to abolish it?
But then,
If they've achieved so much
the
success.
next step is if we've achieved so much success with a men's kind of plan, Imagine the success we'd achieve creating one specifically tailored for the women's
problem.
game. But you can't tell me I'm wrong with that.
Okay.
But no, you can't tell
In
me
theory,
that.
it sounds great. Put it in fucking practice.
It's like me basically giving you a
In
kind
theory,
of...
it sounds great.
In
Put it
theory, we'll see
practice.
how it goes.
Of
They
course.
haven't kind of turned around and said anything.
I'm
like
just
it.
saying, if you look at it historically, she's a very loud character
She is, but at the same time, she's also successful.
with the way she wants to coach.
Top.
Have you ever put her in charge of the FA, putting her in fucking implementing
We'll
programs?
find out, bro. Let's be honest here. You got Jurgen Klopp and Arsene Wenger, for example, who had their successes in their career and now have stepped into roles that they're in charge of bodies. They're in charge of that. Let's see how it goes there. With Emma Hayes, you know, wherever she's gone, she's been successful, bro. She built that Chelsea kind of culture. Sonia Bompastor's come in and just had to just sit back and let everything go from there.
Yeah.
If there's anyone in the women's game that I'll trust to build that system, build that foundation, it'd be her.
Okay.
I don't trust... A lot of people can yap and a lot of people can say stuff and a lot of people can promise things, but it's how much you know the game. I think there's not many people in the women's game outside of maybe her. You know, there's a few different figures in England that I think could do it, but I trust her being able to do it.
Problem. Abs, onto the Champions League side.
Yeah.
First leg games are done. They've all been played out. 3-0 from a 3-0 demolition of Brest. Sorry. To a last-minute winner at the Etihad Salam. It was eventful to say the least, brother. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a quick look at the second leg.
Yeah.
And we're going to predict how they go out.
Yeah.
So I'll do the Wednesday fixtures. I'll give them to you. I want your predictions, and I'll do the Thursday fixtures.
Yeah.
Okay. So Wednesday, Abs, we've got Milan versus Feyenoord. Milan at home. Feyenoord leading the tie 1-0. Who takes it out?
Milan on penalties.
So 1-1. It's going to get it. Okay. Abdul. Benfica, Monaco, 1-0 to Benfica. Benfica at home. Stays like that? Or
Yeah.
Minamino, Zakaria have their way?
Stays like that.
Stays like that? 1-0? 0-0?
1-0.
Okay. Abdul, Atalanta and Club Brugge. Club Brugge lead the tie 2-1. Atalanta at home. Atalanta at home, though. They've been good at home.
1-0 Atalanta. Atalanta on penalties.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So the Europa League holders go through. Okay. My match of the round, and I want an upset. My heart wants an upset, but the advantage that Celtic had has been played, Abs. They're at home. Hampton Park is gone. Okay. So it's got Bayern versus Celtic. Bayern lead the tie 2-1. Does it stay like that? Do Bayern increase their lead? Do Celtic make a miracle?
Bayern 5-0.
You know what? As I see it, I don't see a 5, but I see a bit of a dropping.
It'll be so funny if I get all these right. We come back next
Hopefully
week.
you don't. But yeah, Abs, I think
Yeah.
I think Celtic had their advantage, and I think it's gone now.
Yeah,
I think they had their time.
that's true.
Take me to the Thursday fixtures, Abdul.
Dortmund Sporting. Dortmund lead 3-0 on aggregate.
Who's at home?
Dortmund.
Dortmund at home. Yeah, I'll go 1-0 Dortmund, so 4-0 in aggregate. Yeah.
Some would say match of the round, maybe match of the tournament. Real Madrid versus Man City at the Bernabeu.
Aggregate?
3-2. Real Madrid.
Give me 2-1 Madrid.
Bye-bye
Give me
Man
2-1
City.
Madrid. Hopefully they go out. But yeah, I think Madrid will just carry through.
Yeah. PSG have a tough task on their hands. They got to get a hold of Brest. 3-0 they lead. Can't lie, Brest are good.
Brest are good, Salam. The small sides tend to do well, Salam, as well.
Yeah,
smaller
they've been pretty firm when they've played. They've got a very, very strong...
I like the two up front.
You do?
Yeah.
You do? Yeah, Thierry Henry said that.
I know.
He likes them too.
Does he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been in the gym since Kate Abdo has announced.
Has announced her husband, or
Yeah.
Kate Williams, or she's now.
I don't know.
Kate,
I don't care, to be honest. Yeah, for the memes, I'm going to say Brest 3-3.
Brest 3-3. So we're gonna. Who's been in on penalties?
Fucking Brest, baby. Brest is through.
Let's hope.
Who's playing at home? PSG or
PSG.
Brest? Oh, fuck. Brest 3-3, baby. Yeah, fucking oath.
about-
Brest on bets.
Listen, where all of those jokes were. Yeah, Michael Richards
Yeah,
and Thierry Henry
Jamie
inspired,
Carragher, yeah.
so I blame them for any offence taken. Last one, PSV versus Juventus. Juventus lead the tie 2-1.
PSV 2-0.
PSV are at home.
PSV 2-0.
2-0.
PSV 2-0.
Juventus 3-0.
You weren't given that task. I was given that task. Juventus have looked so shit this season. It's not funny. I'll be honest, Abs. I'll be honest. PSV are winning it. No. I'll be honest. Even if it's 1-1, PSV are winning it.
Let's do sometime.
No, it's Perisic time actually.
Let's
So.
do sometime.
I'll be honest. Croatia. PSV are getting it. I just feel it. I don't know why. I think out of all those upsets, Abs, we talk about the Celtic bye and the Atalanta Club Brugge, if you call it an upset. I think out of all those big teams, Salam, I think that is the most achievable for a small team. No, I'll be honest.
Who's winning the Champions League?
Madrid.
You reckon Madrid?
Yeah, Madrid, yeah. It'll be Madrid-Liverpool final. If they don't come on the same side of the bracket.
Question.
You think Brest have a chance?
If they get a good feel into the game, they might be able to do something. But otherwise, it might be a pretty firm task for them to achieve anything. But
Do you reckon they'll sag down in the 85th minute?
no, I think they'll drop a little. Anyway, do you reckon? Honest thoughts.
Yes.
Do you think we stand a chance? Do you think the way we've played in the Champions League this year, only conceded?
So
the
we're
2
actually
goals?
over time. The producer just told me.
I know. We're going to end it on this. The way we've kind of played in the Champions League this
Yeah.
year, we've only conceded the 2 goals.
Okay,
we finished third.
Would you want me to be honest? Just completely honest. I think you're one of those teams that it depends who you face. If you face, just looking at this off the top of my head, if you face a Bayer Leverkusen, you're in trouble. If you face I think Milan, you beat Atalanta, I think you beat Bayern. I'll be honest with you.
I think I know who our next. We've got a little.
Put it this way: if you come up against the PSG, you're done. If you come up against that, yeah. If you come up
we beat
against the
PSG earlier this. We already beat PSG.
I'll be honest. If you come up against PSG, you're done. If you come up against the Madrid, you're done. If you come up against the Liverpool, you're done. So any one of those, you're in trouble. Bayer Leverkusen beat you.
They beat us. No.
No, I'm saying Bayer Leverkusen will beat you.
Yeah. Arsenal's path to the Champions League final.
Man's on Kick Bible or Sport Bible, whatever it's called. You versed the winner of one of these, I know, or something, because you came automatic top 8 or something.
Okay, ahead of the draw, Arsenal's potential quarterfinal opponents are the last of the 6, including Real Madrid, Manchester City, Bayern Munich, Leverkusen, Atletico,
They're
Celtic.
fucking done, baby.
Okay, at the
They're done.
semi-final stage,
You got to get to the semi-final first.
I'll be honest with you, I don't think we'd struggle against City.
You beat You beat Atletico, I agree. You beat Celtic, I agree.
You got to realise the type of team we've become.
Merino up front, I've realised.
Say by the time Saka's back, all right, you're running a front three.
The brother's gone.
Saka.
The brother's gone.
Saka's back in a month. Okay, you got Saka.
He might not be in the Champions League by in a month, but anyway.
You got Trossard back, say Martinelli's back. I'm not worried about the front three. Okay. I think our midfield three and our defence has become gritty enough, and pardon my French, to be able to go further into the Champions League. Liverpool are the one that worry me a bit, but at the same time, you know, you look at earlier this season when we played them. Should have beaten them. Didn't beat them. We drew 2-2, had the goal disallowed, you name it. Every time we've versed them, they haven't really beaten us, or we've turned around and actually showed them up. Real Madrid is untested waters. I don't think we face Real Madrid.
You're in trouble.
So I think we'd be in trouble. But at the same time,
Be great that day.
it'd be a great test, because I've never seen Saliba have to come up against an Mbappe.
But you wouldn't want that test.
Not too early.
No, you wouldn't want that test in a knockout competition.
The only team I genuinely believe will trouble us is Real Madrid.
And Liverpool. Yeah.
I don't, and you're asking the wrong person. I
Yeah,
don't
an
feel
Arsenal
it.
fan, I realise.
No. You're asking me personally. I don't feel Liverpool. I really don't.
No problem.
I think Liverpool are a team that can be beaten. I just think that there's a lot of teams that show them too much respect.
Like you guys.
No, even on the day, the reason why we're able to have such successes, I don't think, we should have had 2 goals conceded earlier in the season. Remember, I think we scored early as well.
Yeah, 2-2 wasn't it?
2-2. But yeah, I think we're more of a chance of winning that than we are the Premier League. That's being honest. But at the same time, anything can happen.
Brad, you fucked him up good. Well done.
Anyway, on that note.
On that note, I think we'll leave it there. Salam. Wonderful pleasure as always. Salam at the wonderful Lowweight Athletic Club studios.
Remember, you'll be at 15 for 15% off?
Yeah, could you be a 15? Check out the corner post at Weatherwood Park, lovely store. Got some great stuff there, all authentic. And yeah, really looking forward to Working with content creators in a collaborative way. I think that's the sentence that we're looking for.
Yes. I think just expanding our horizons and connecting and building relationships is always important, and being able to meet different people.
And we've been given the all clear, 15th of the 3rd.
Oh, yes.
Keep your eyes and ears open for a wonderful footballing charity event, which Thomas will be involved in, Salam, which you'll be involved in, Salam, which the producer John Frank will be involved in. Our good friend Matthew Ackman will be involved in. And our investor, who name shall not be named, will be involved in. And a couple of boys from Mounties.
Charming Investments is the company, if you want to check it out.
Okay. Team UBF, Salam will be involved in Group 2 of the SC Hellas Invitational. Salam, they've done that on purpose because they obviously want us to verse.
In the final.
They want us to verse,
Yeah,
I'm liking our chances. Because regardless, we're either going to knock out Stav or Hellas.
Yeah,
I'm liking our chances.
We're in talks of bringing on some superstars.
Me, thank you, sir.
Not yet. I've been working the transfer market for a little bit, and
so Chow Min's giving you money, so.
Yes, Charming Investments has come in with the funding, and we might have some star signings, some very big, huge star signings. One of them actually checked up on me yesterday. Bro, the amount of people that have checked up on me is crazy.
My mother.
Yeah, your mother involved. Your mother.
She the star signing?
Huh?
She'll be there.
Oh, she's our star striker.
She's not there.
Yeah, she's got the ball. She's dribbling, taking one touch at a time. Get the hell out of the way, and then that's it.
You would never play? No. Sorry. But Abdullah, I'm really excited for that day, brother. 15th of the 3rd, 4 p.m. Venue to be announced, Salam.
We're going to use Combank Stadium, but Wanderers have to play Victory there, so it's all right. But we're at Penrith, I think it's called...
close to the date, Salam will leak all those details. But please, if you can come down, Helos just wanted to shout us out. Harry, the big boy there. But yeah, really excited to that date, Salam, and UBF. I guarantee you, at least we're making top 2 in that group for sure, for a fact.
No guarantees, but yeah, that's all right.
With you in goal, there's no guarantee. Yes.
Look who's talking left back of the century.
I'll be left with you,
mate. Goes into challenges like he's checking whether the pool's too cold to jump into.
4 months ago. It's 4 months ago.
Hasn't changed. I watched you in a trial game the other day.
Fuck yourself. It was 4 months ago.
So what do you mean? It was 2 weeks ago. I had to referee that game.
Pardon?
Actually, the only player that got yellow carded that game was Thomas Miller.
It was a red card, but I threatened to walk off the podcast and you said no. Abdul, pleasure as always, brother.
Ciao.
Oh, okay.
I've been Abs.
Is it your podcast or is it UBS?
I've been Thomas.
Oh, fuck, you said ciao. So.
I'm concussed.
I've realised. Anything else you want to say while you're concussed? Cameras on.
I've been Abs. Who are you?
I've been Brad Tekawawi.
And this has been?
The Sports TV Charity Bash. It's been UBF. Ciao, guys.
Ciao. Motherfucker.
Oh, fuck that flew. Fuck that flew. I love you, brother. Was that on camera?
Yeah.
You fucking